Matthew 20 and 26. But it shall not be so among you, but whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. And whosoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life as a ransom for many. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. It's your brother Kasha Kwala from the GMS Atlanta Church, all right, here in Georgia. And this lesson is going to be pertaining around minister, being a minister or ministering. Okay, so again, Matthew 20 and 26. But it shall not be so among you, but whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. So the apostles and elders of Great Millstone are ministers. Okay, they minister to us. All right, they bring out this word, this knowledge and understanding via Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Okay, and they serve us. Okay, and we get understanding from them, who they get from the Spirit. All right, they're ministering. So we're gonna go ahead and get the word minister. All right. The word minister is diakonos, and it means in the Greek, diakonos, and it means one who executes the commands of another. That's right. The apostles and elders execute the commands of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? When you read John the 15th chapter, which I'm just going to pull up real quick, where willing I can find it. I want to say it's John 15. I'll say John 15 and 14. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. All right? That's Yahweh Shai speaking. So back to the word minister. It says one who executes the commands of another. Well, we're all trying to be friends of Yahweh Shai. And I know the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone are trying to be friends of Yahweh Shai. Okay? That brings up something else, Salakia. We get the book of Philippians. Enough. Salakia. The book of Philippians 3 and 8. It says, yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahweh Shai Mashiach. That's right. So we count everything as loss. We keep the commandments that Yahweh Shai set up, okay, so that we may win them and being their friend, okay. So we're all trying to be Yahweh Shai's friend, okay. So therefore we do what he commands us, all right. Going back, it says one who executes the commandments of another. It says of a master, a servant, okay. So we know that the word minister means to serve or being a servant, all right. Servant of a king, okay. Servant of a king, all right. Keep that in mind, all right. So it says, but it shall not be so among you. Whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister, all right. Whoever's great among us, our heads of our camps, the elders, the priests, okay, those are great men, and of course the apostles, those are great who are among us. They minister unto us, they help us out, they serve us, okay. Verse 27, and whosoever will be chief among you. So again, heads of camps, okay. Let's get the word chief real quick. Chief is protos, and it means first in time or place, okay. First in rank, the heads of your commands, okay. The head of commands in your camps, in your respected camps, okay. So whoever will be chief among you, okay. So whoever is your head in your camp among you, let him be your servant. Your heads of camps, and I can speak for my head of camp, and I'm gonna speak for my head of camp because I'm in this specific camp, Atlanta. I can speak on the behalf of mine. My head of my camp, he feeds the sheep, he feeds the flock, He usually has a video or two every day. Okay, he ministers to the men of Atlanta. Okay, so obviously it's very evident that the man has read Matthew 20 and 27. Okay, so it says, and whatsoever will be chief among you, let him be your servant, or what? Minister. All right, because that's what the word minister means. They're synonyms to one another. Okay, verse 20 and 28. It says, Matthew 20 and 28. Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto you. All right, but to minister. So Yahushua did not come to get served. He came to serve. Okay, so I told y'all to remember in when we got the word it's diakonos in the Greek, which is minister, to remember servant of a king. Yahushua was a king. Oh, he is the king, right? But who did he come when he came on the face of earth to serve? Yahweh. Okay, he was the greatest among the disciples, but yet he still served them, and he served and kept the commandment of Yahweh. Okay, so even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister and to give his life a ransom for many. That's what Yahushua did. Okay, he's speaking about himself right here. That's what he did. He ministered, he served the disciples, the elect, okay? And he gave his life for the disciples and the elect. Okay, going back to John 15 and 12, this is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. Okay, shows you that what? When you go back to this, it shows that he gave his life a ransom for many. All right, so let's go ahead and go to John 13, and I'm going to start at 1. All right, I'm going to get an account of Yahushua. All right, and it's a quick example on how he ministered. All right, John 13 and 1. Now before the feast of the Passover, when Yahushua knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father. He knew he was going to die. He knew what he had to do. He knew what the Lord had him set up to do. Okay, it says, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end. Okay, and supper being ended, all right, the Passover, and the devil, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, okay, to betray him. Verse 3, Yahushua, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, so he had all power when the Spirit descended on him in a bodily form as a dove, okay, and that he was come from the Most High, and he went to the Most High. Verse 4, he riseth from supper, and laid aside his garments, and took a towel, and girded himself. Okay? Yeah, now you had these other dudes out who's saying, oh, he's doing some faggot shit. Nah, bro. They don't understand this. Okay? So let's get the understanding of it. All right? Let's go to the commentaries. All right? Let's get something real quick. Because I was reading this when he was doing this certain action. When he took off his garment and he wrapped it around his groin area, okay? They said they took that as him doing some homosexual act, which is false. So it says that is the Passover supper itself. It's over. They've gone through, no doubt, the traditional Jewish or Israelite Passover with his disciples. It says, and the devil having now put in the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him, Yahushua, knowing that the Father had given him all things into his hands, it says, and that he he was come from the Most High, and was going to the Most High, he rose from the supper and laid aside his garments and took a towel and girded himself. Okay, so continuing, this is the point of the matter. All right, this right here. All right, it says, so now. I'm going to zoom in for edification purposes. It says, so now the Passover supper is over. Satan has entered in the heart of Judas Iscariot. And Yahushua, knowing that this is the last time he'll be sharing a meal with the disciples. He took a towel and girded himself with it. It says, here's the point. All right? Because these idiots think it's a faggot move, which they have no understanding of the scriptures. All right. It says a man girded with the towel was a bond slave. And what is a slave? A servant. A slave ministers. Okay. That's what a slave does. We're ministering unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The scriptures talk about how Paul talked about how he was a prisoner. Okay. That a prisoner is a slave. All right. So it says this was a sign of a slave. This was a sign of a slave of the lowest order. So him, Yahushai, doing that showed the humility. Okay, that was symbolic. All right. It says, and Yahushai took his towel and girded himself. The disciples did not understand what he was doing. He was showing all humility in servitude. All right. So now we got the understanding of why he took his garment off and laid it aside and took a towel and girded himself. Okay. Because niggas are stupid and they like to think real carnal. Oh, this is gay. This is gay. No, you idiot. It's symbolic of him being humbled. Okay. Of him showing humility and being a servant and ministering like we read in Matthew 20 and 28. Okay. That pisses me off when motherfuckers try to talk, excuse my French, but it pisses me off when they try to talk and about Yahushua was doing some crude act. Okay? He was a perfect man. So don't you think he understood what homosexuality was? Yes. So why the fuck would he do it? Okay? So continuing. It says, John 13 and 4, he riseth from supper and laid aside his garments and took a towel and girded himself. Verse 5. After that, he poureth water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, which is a very humiliating act. Okay? But also, what? If you're washing someone's feet, you're ministering to them. You're doing them a service. Okay? An honorable service. All right? And to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. It says, verse 6, then cometh to Simon Peter, and I'm going to stop right there at verse 5. But this goes to show you that the Son of Man, or the Son of the Most High, Yahushai, when he was on earth, ministered, okay? And he was a servant. So what's so more us when we're on this earth today? We're not in our spiritual bodies. We're not in the spiritual realm, okay? So we should be ministering to each one another. No brother should be wanting to be ministered, okay? Ministered unto, like Yahushai said in Matthew 20 and 28. I'm going to read it. Even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto. So us, when we're in these our respected camps, we should not be seeking to be served by another person or another brother, okay? If anything, the person who should be serving you is your woman, okay? Because they are under us. You got the children, the women, okay? The man, Yahushai, then Yahweh, which you could read about in 1 Corinthians 11 chapter. That's the order of things. That's the only person who should be ministering, being ministered unto is a woman, okay? And us being the woman of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we should be serving and ministering unto him. And even when you read the scriptures, okay, when a man had a woman, that woman usually had maid servants serving her. So we're women, okay, symbolically speaking, okay, spiritually speaking, okay, to one another. So we're handmaids towards one another. We're still ministering to one another. No one is too high or too whatever to minister, okay? And just a quick testimony. I remember when the elder apostle Ramlab came down here to Atlanta. That man made my plate. He cooked and made my plate. That's a prime example on how to minister to one another. Okay, as long as we're on this earth, we're prisoners, we're slaves unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and we're supposed to keep ministering and being servants as such. We have the perfect example of how to minister. And Yahushai showed it right here. You got to be humble and you have to have a state of humility in order to minister. So that pride got to go away. Last scripture, I'm going to close it out because I said the word pride. All right, let's get it. All right, Sirach, chapter 10 and 8. Salat. That's not what I want. It's in this verse, though. It says, pride is not made for men. There it is. Sirach 10 and 18. Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman. Okay? All of us were born of a woman. Yahweh Shai came out of a woman. Okay? So pride is not made for men. All right? It was not made for anybody. So humility is the route. All right? So I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. This is Brother Kasha Kwala from GMS Atlanta Church. Until next time, I want to say Shalom.